What's up, guys? So today I'm gonna be showing you how I learned to do wheelies really fast. I mean, I got a lot better in just a matter of, I would say, a week and a half. And I ain't gonna lie, it took a lot of practice. I mean, I was out for one day for 10 hours trying to practice. So if you really want to learn, the number one thing is the practice, but I'm gonna show you the steps that'll help you accelerate that time being able to do wheelies. I was gonna go out and show you the stationary steps you could take before you even started riding, but it's hot out here, so we're gonna start in the garage with the stationary steps and then I'll show you the riding part once we finish those. I planned on doing the video or the stationary video in the garage, but somebody started mowing the lawn right next door, so now I gotta go try to find a different spot. So I'm on my way to somewhere now. I'm not sure where, but I'm on my way there. Okay, what's up, guys? I found a spot in the shaded area too, so I guess it actually worked out. But I'm gonna be showing you how I learned how to wheelie really fast and how you can apply these to pretty much any bike. I'm using this bike as an example because this is the bike I usually ride when I do wheelies. And I don't do really wheelies on my mountain bike really, because if I'm on that bike, I'm usually riding trails. So when I'm just casually riding or doing wheelies and stuff, I like to use this one. So I'm gonna use this one as an example, but this applies to every bike. First, I'm gonna give you guys a disclaimer because I'm not the type to lead people to something that I don't think they can achieve. So I'm gonna be honest, I practiced a lot to try to do this. And I don't know if you know about me in my past, but I played professional baseball for a while.
Monegro set and delivers. Swung on and smacked down the right field line. This one could get out. It's towards the fence, and that ball is gone. It just sneaks over the 328 marker down the right field line. Johnson squeezes out his third home run of the year.
And if you play baseball, you know repetition is key. And it's just instilled in me to just do stuff over and over and over until I get it right. So, I mean, it would be days, a couple days where I would go out 5 hours, 10 hours just practicing how to do wheelies. And first of all, before we get anything started, I just want to let you know you're going to have to practice. If you want to get good at it, you got to put the work in. I'm just being honest. Okay, with that out the way, I'll start with one of the key things that I didn't know about that helped out a lot once I started doing it. And you don't have to do this, but it just makes it easier. But the one thing you want to make sure you do to make it easier on yourself is try to put this seat at a height that you're comfortable at and at an angle. Having it at an angle like this, it'll allow you to balance out. Once you get the wheel up to your balance point, you'll feel it too. When you get to that balance point with the seat tilted like this, it'll feel like, oh, I'm sitting normal. It feels like I'm riding on two wheels now because the seat is tilted, so your body is the wheels are like this, but your body is leveled out. It's kind of hard to explain it, but you'll feel it for sure. Okay, now we got to talk about getting the wheel actually up. So I don't know which foot you are, right or left foot dominant, but I'm right foot. So you want to get this timing down. So this foot is closer to the camera, so I'll use this foot as an example, but I'm right foot dominant. So when you get ready to lift up, you want to bring your chest down close to the handlebars, and as you're coming up, you want to lift and press down on this pedal at the same time, so it'll allow the wheel to come up. And you just got to practice that over and over and over, because getting that wheel up is not as easy as you would think. So you want to practice getting that wheel up first consistently where you feel comfortable. When I'm getting the wheel up, my preference is, some people, they like to stay sitting down the whole time, but my preference is I like to be up like this, and then when I lift the wheel up, I want to lift it up and then sit down. So I like to be up, and then when I lift the wheel up, then I sit down. But if you want to do wheelies while sitting down, it's just personal preference. I tried to lift the wheel up just sitting down, and it's possible you can do it. I know a lot of people who do, but for me, it just worked better when I would stand up and lift the wheel. So I stand up and then I'll lift it up and then I'll sit down. I just feel it's more easy, and standing up, throwing your weight back, it allows the wheel to get up a lot easier. Okay, next I'm gonna talk about the brake, because I feel the brake is the most important thing when trying to do wheelies for a long period of time. If you want to just do wheelies a few feet or a few yards or something, you don't really need the brake. But if you want to ride wheelies a block and stuff like that, you really need to learn how to use that brake. And the brake is the most important thing when trying to wheelie once you start to get it down. Okay, this part is about the brakes, like I said. And once you get to this step, it's weird how you get to it, because you try to use the brake when you first start and you think it's impossible. Because I was like, man, this is impossible. How am I going to use the brake while I'm trying to wheelie and do all this stuff? And it's funny, it'll just click if you just practice, and not even practice holding the brake, just practice with the finger on the brake. And when you start to wheelie and start to feel it, it'll just start happening automatically, because at first you'll jump off the back. So you'll wheelie, you'll get up, and then you'll like jump off the back like this, like you'll flip out. But at one point it'll just click, because you've been so used to having that finger on the brake. Even though you're not tapping it, you'll get to a point where you'll start tapping it, and you'll be like, dang, I wasn't even thinking about using the brake, but it just happened automatically. That's what happened to me. I tried to press the brake at first, but when I started not thinking about the brake, it just happened naturally. I just made sure I kept my finger on the brake. So when it happened, I was ready. You don't really need the brake if you don't want to wheelie for long distances, but if you want to wheelie for long distances, you need the brake. And you want to make sure it's a comfortable brake. I like mine with a lot of tension, so I barely tap it and I stop, because I have small fingers, so I just like it where it's barely pulling it in. So when you get up here, let me get off the bike, because like I told you, I went out and I practiced for literally 10 hours. Once you hit this brake so many times, and it's better to use just the one finger, the index finger. So once you hit this brake so many times with your weight back like that, it'll start causing strain right here. So once you start feeling that, it's probably time for you to stop, because I was wheeling and I got all the way back here, and it just got numb for some reason, because I was pressing the brake so much. I was trying to hit the brake and I'm like, why can't I hit the brake? And then I looped out and twisted my ankle. So once you start feeling your forearm get tight, like right up in here, you want to stop and take a break, because that's from pressing the brake too many times. So I figured I'd let you know that before it happens and you're like, what's going on right now? I hope these tips helped you, because it's kind of hard to explain it, to be honest. I mean, I could give you the steps and the way I do it, but like I said, you got to practice. And you might think it's impossible. I thought it was impossible too, but the more you practice, the more you get better. So you just got to practice. So now I'm gonna switch to the head mount on the GoPro. Make sure you start on an incline, or even grass too, because if you fall, it won't hurt. But start on the incline and it'll help you keep that balance a lot easier. I don't know if you guys can hear me because I'm next to this road, but I'm gonna go to my spots where I like to practice wheelies and try to show you guys some wheelies where I can actually do them pretty good. So this is the road I like to practice my wheelies on. It's smooth and not real busy, so I'm gonna do some videos for you guys doing wheelies right now. I feel a little rusty because I twisted my ankle, so I couldn't ride for a few days, but better than I thought, I guess. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you got any questions or if I missed something or anything, but I'm just telling you what I know and what I learned, and hopefully you can apply it to your journey trying to learn how to do wheelies. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you. I appreciate you watching the video.